What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd, and I'm back with some Age of Mythology, the Titan action, spawning on the right side of the map on my Solomon OP's team. It's Solomon 53. He's playing Uranus in the green color. His partner is my teammate OP, and he has managed to hit the Gaia. Their opponents today in the blue color. It's KnorrsSmile, Team KnorrsSmile. We have Happy Smile 1 playing the Ra civilization in the blue color, and his partner today is KnorrsBR as the Odin player. The map's Alfheim, and this is the Random God, Random Team 2v2 Smurf tournament hosted by the Fellowship Dodds. They've been hosting all of these tournaments every single weekend. It's been so amazing. Shelty and Kilty going at it. It's been an amazing time, and some really, really fun games have come out of this one. So we're actually jumping into some 2v2s now, and this changes the dynamic of the game like a lot. It really changes everything. So I mean, just to preface this at all, because I got some comments in the or some questions in the comments in the chat. This is everybody gets their own name puts in, and then they get randomized into a team, and then they play with that team for the rest of the thing. That's why it's a random team. You don't get to sign up with your own team. It's not random every round, and that's the gist of it. So, KnorrsBR, Happy Smile. Ra and Odin against Gaia and Uranus is actually a pretty interesting matchup. I'd be surprised. I'll be surprised to see if this is like a short game. I wouldn't be surprised if this Gaia player gets away with some really aggressive economic booming here. And I say aggressive economic booming. I should probably say defensive economic booming. Got a back town center with back hunt. Nose of the Sphinx as well to give himself extra building HP. And another pack of Elk over here. This is a really good map for my teammate OP to go for a second town center. This is Ra here as well. Ra generally loves to go to town center Ptah here, and we do see him already gearing up for that. You see 3 villagers on wood with hunting dogs. Indicates that he wants to get out pickaxe, husbandry, and also, he's forgotten the house. He's forgotten the house, everybody. But husbandry, pickaxe, and shadoof, and plow. That's why you go 3 villages wood here. And KnorrsBR also forgetting to build a house for some reason. Now there it is. There's the house. Not exactly forgotten, but definitely late. The temple's up for Knorrs as well. A really safe way to make sure you get that temple up is to make sure you put 2 villagers on wood here. There's 1 villager, not quite enough to get the 40 wood out if you're building an ox cart. And that's life though, isn't it? Temple's going up for KnorrsBR. So we did get the classic matchup of Odin Uranus, which all Uranus players have been complaining about for some time, but also the Uranus player here is going to get access to Gaia Forest trees, which if you do not know, Gaia Forest does go at a faster rate than normal wood. It's almost a whole 20 points of gather speed faster, so it's nothing to be sneezed at. 3-2-2 for Solomon, and we are going to be seeing a fast classical age from my teammate OP. No, a late classical age. What? What is he doing? What is this? This is crazy. Maybe a fast heroic? No? 4 villagers food? I am beyond confused. Also going through Oceanus. Normally we've been seeing Gaia players go Leto here, and we do see the temple, the economic guild, and the mana trying to surround this town center. Putting the Gaia forest here is very risky because you can cast flaming weapons on, not flaming weapons, forest fire on this. The Odin player could cast forest fire on this, and then beyond that, a villager rush coming in. So this would be absolutely devastating, but there's no way that Happy Smile is going to be able to realize that right away. So we'll see where he goes from this. Prometheans come through for Solomon, the 53rd, deleting his Promethean there. Make sure he can get out and get some harass a little bit early. Counter barracks and military barracks in the base, very important. we are seeing Freya is incoming. So I'm going to imagine we've already got walls coming up for KnorrsSmile. Let's see, double longhouse, I assume. Valkyrie go and whack some things and probably go for that Ulfsark play. It's a little bit challenging to make sure you get everything out. You need to make sure you get Lone Wanderer out before you engage the Atlantean army, or things can go very poorly indeed. And then beyond that, making sure you get the medium infantry before your opponent gets medium infantry is huge as well. Second town center for Happy Smile is incoming, and the shifting sands is, or the tire is just about to pop. Second town center up for my teammate OP as well. So I like this from my teammate OP. Like, it's not a fast second town center, archaic second town center. He makes sure that he gets to the classical age first before he gets this town center, just in case. And he can even go for like a quick third town center here once he realizes that Happy Smile is 100% going 2 town centers. So we'll see if he does do that one or not. How's he going for resources? He's got a lot of food in the bank and not much of anything else. Building up military barracks as well does indicate not a fast third town center. But it's a really nice defensive base here for him as well. And we do see that the Valkyrie is getting pushed back. Miller Hero doing his thing. These Uranus units are already into the base, and we've got all the Ulfsarks swamping out now for KnorrsSmile, and Lone Wanderer coming in. So that's a fast upgrade. It's only 25 seconds, so when it's up, it's going to be really good for him. You can tell that KnorrsSmile is not really a Norse player, because sharing an ox cart, while in theory sounds like it's a good idea, in practice, every single time these gatherers dump their wood, you're losing about 3 wood. So over the course of like a minute, where they dump like every like, I don't know, a couple seconds, not seconds, like every 5 to 10 seconds, you're losing out at least another ox cart here. And he is building that next ox cart, which is totally fine. And now we see Solomon coming in. Happy Smile, going to be using the Rain God power to block not only block the shockwave, but he's also obviously getting that for himself here. So now these Ulfsark are going to be able to completely pound onto this Uranus army. But my teammate OP and Solomon going for the double here. My teammate OP, he's already got 2 town centers, so he's going to be able to start pumping units fairly strong. And this is going to keep the Odin player at bay, force him into his base, which kind of lets the Uranus player then function as he would like to function. Not going to have to get pushed around off anything. And we'll probably be able to see a relatively fast heroic age. If we can get out those Stymphalian birds, he's in a really good position against this Odin army. But still looking for the raids, and it looks like the Sentry Tower has spotted these units running around. The medium Ulfsark are out, so he's going to be able to deal with these guys fairly decently. And 3 military buildings. That is, I'm not sure if he can afford this. What has he got? He's got 6 villages on food, so maybe he can. Maybe he can afford this. So long as he can keep building... he can't keep building villages. Every time he got 0% villages, it's really bad when you're going 2 town centers, because that's a big thing for 2 town centers, is making sure you keep your villager production so that you can get as far ahead as your opponent's village count as possible. Every single time you're sitting on 0%, that means that your opponent actually catches up or stays more relevant. Oh, killing the cows. Is this an AI playing here? I mean, it doesn't do a lot. Like, it probably makes him like 30 to 70 food he loses there, but he lost a Mermillo for it, so I'm not sure it's worth, but fair enough. The Ulfsarks chasing him around doing their thing. And Happy Smile is just content here. He's got all the time in the world to just boom out of control. He's going through segment. Ooh, segment. I love it. I actually think that's a great idea. He's going to be able to go for a really fast attack at my teammate OP. He's not going to be able to deal with that one at all. And KnorrsSmile just has to defend here and wait for the Scarab push to come in. Migdol Stronghold's up. Not building any more Scarabs just yet. He can get access to Bone Bow Chariots as well going through segment, which are actually a really good idea in... just against like a slow Gaia player, Bone Bow Chariots get the extra range, so you can hit and run the Terma and and everything else. We'll see what he goes for. If we check out his favor count here, he does have 18 favor with 500 food in the bank, and he is making a second Scarab. So the unit's moving out. finding a medium terma, and I'm not sure if this attack is going to be easily dealt with. We're seeing some raids over here going for the Ox Carp. You're going to be throwing away a lot of these Uranus units to do this. The Prometheans do pick off that wall and they're going to be wandering away, but the Lone Wanderer Ulfsark are after them right now. They're going to be taking down most of these units as they're, well, at least a little bit of their HP. Trying to take down everything. Guy's Forest going down as well. Trying to surround his town center, but little does he know, Forest Fire, I believe Forest Fire is still up. Yeah, we still have a Forest Fire for KnorrsSmile. As long as he holds on to that, when the Scarabs come in, Scarabs attack this Forest Fire, this tower here, and you're in a really good position. We'll see if the army can win this though. The Atlantean army works really nicely against these Egyptian heroic units because they just they don't do very well. The term account of the chariots and the Murmillo path block the cavalry enough to make it a difficult time. But we do see Carnivora getting cast down here. Herso trying to take this one down. Most of the heroes, or all the units from Solomon, seem to have fallen here as KnorrsSmile is pushing back, and Happy Smile is just jockeying back and forth before he starts making the move in. He really has to be careful about taking this fight. If the cavalry are on top of these Murmillo, they really don't do a good job, and there's only a couple of these chariot archers. The Wadget's actually the one doing the majority of damage against these Murmillo here. It's looking like, oh, and a shifting sands into the base. He grabs all of those Terma, absolutely gigantic. Those things we're going to be able to take down these Scarabs really nicely. If we can get a Forest Fire onto this as well, that'd be absolutely huge. We'll see if they can see that this is a thing or not, because sometimes the teamwork not quite here for these random pickup games. There's the Forest Fire onto the Gaia Forest here. Going to be able to take that town center down. A lot of resources here. Absolutely insane. Now the Scarab jumps onto this. The Ulfsark are in here, ready to help out. The town center with 6 villagers rebuilding this town center right now, but the Scarabs are going to be enough to take this one down. The fighting going in the way of Happy Smile and KnorrsSmile, and these units are just not the best right now for the Atlantean players, as the Ulfsark running away for some reason. Could definitely keep fighting this one here, as the Ra player, Happy Smile, is just able to continue pushing. These Scarabs are not going to die at all here, and just doing absolute work every which way right now. Going to be taking this location out. The mana gets taken down as well. That's something very important. We're seeing watchtowers getting thrown up for my teammate OP, trying to hang on right now. He's probably got, well, he doesn't actually have that many resources in the back at all. He's got a lot of the military barracks down. Valor is coming in for Solomon 53, but he's not taking down these Scarabs, which are the siege units for Happy Smile. As Happy Smile is just completely walking over my teammate OP right now. Finally, these Murmillo heroes on top of the Scarab going to be an issue to deal with, but it does pick off one of them. And this attack looks like it has been almost stopped for the time being, but there's some random raids over here, but my teammate OP still, KnorrsSmile still throwing those Ulfsark in here to help out. But most of these Scarabs have all fallen right now, so that's really, really big. And Solomon 53 did manage to get to the heroic age. I missed that and all of that. But the Stymphalian birds, while they are a really strong counter and a good raider against the Norse player, when you have a Ra as your teammate, they can defend against them. You shouldn't be using those as raids. Should have helped out over here with them. And we are seeing my teammate OP running away into his towers, trying to keep all of these villagers alive. The towers are going to be doing a lot of work. They do a lot of damage, but there's no units here to help them out. So as long as he's killing units here, it's a couple of Murmillo, but it's going to be really, really difficult for my teammate OP to function here. And now we're seeing the Stymphalian birds coming over here. Just going to bring them into the Migdol stronghold. It's going to be totally fine. And you can actually just run into the corner as well if he really wants to. Pharaoh and Priest still sitting idle here, can help out if he wants to. But I feel like at this point it's looking difficult. It's going to be a Solomon 53. He needs to come in here and help out. He has a lot of Dryads right now. The Dryads are going to be really key in this game. just because all of the heroes are kind of out of position right now. So these Dryads going to be able to pick off a lot of this army, and Dryads are ridiculously cheap for how good they are. Like 15 hack damage a second, plus 275 HP. They're basically a myth unit. They are a myth unit, basically, with like high hack and pierce armor. So you need to have heroes out to deal with it. If there's no heroes, it's going to be very difficult. So we'll see if there's a follow-up to this after all this damage has been done. My teammate OP getting his town center back. Remember, he is Gaia, so while this is all going on, he can still keep pumping out upgrades. He does already have flood control. So these farms are huge. They're insane in terms of the food he's going to be producing right now. Just because he has flood control in the classical age, so he should be able to recoup his losses here. And KnorrsSmile has fallen a little bit behind during this situation with all the raids. So this team is not as far behind as it looks. They're actually just a collective only like 100 score behind. So this game is still really close. But Happy Smile has got map control. We'll see what his follow-up is right now. He's not going to in any age or jumping right now. We do see Quarry coming through,Ux of Muspel, Copper Shields, and Crenellations for my teammate OP. Town Center just about to come back up. Happy Smile coming in. Maybe going to try and prevent this one, but when the Town Center's up, he can just retreat back and he should be okay here. He's sitting at full population, so he's happy to take these trades and keep building these units out, especially with all those resources that are incoming for him. You can start building more villagers out and all that other stuff, but Happy Smile grabbing this 4th town center, just going to take it slow, get the map control. My teammate OP is now raiding KnorrsSmile's houses. This is going to slow him down quite a bit, because that means that his army, instead of it fighting, needs to be building units. We do see Solomon 53 kind of going rogue here with these. I think this is a problem with. I'm just gonna quickly turn off my my firewall thing, because sometimes it causes some real lag spikes. So we'll fix that one up. We've got the watchtowers going. Temple coming up for my team OP. I'm not sure what he's planning to build with this. I guess he can get Symphalian Birds. Trying to sneak a Scarab in here, but there's already a couple of those Hero Murmillo. Remember, part of what makes Gaia so strong is the fact that she gets an insane amount of food and an insane amount of resources because of those economic guild upgrades. Which means she can afford to build these heroes, no problem. So you can't really do sneak attacks or anything like that. And we do see Solomon running these Ra units down. We'll see. Happy Smile should be looking to go to the Mythic Age fairly soon. We do see Thea. We've got Scardy coming through as well. And a Palace now coming up for my teammate OP as he's still throwing those Scarabs in. I guess if he sends these Murmillo somewhere, it'll be funny for him. Oh, the Scarab Blood killed 2 citizens. That's huge. Well, it's not huge. It's not that big a deal, to be honest, because he's probably on full citizen count anyways. An immediate Hecate. I like that. But losing the 2 citizens there to Scarab Blood is just a little bit funny. Does make the Scarab death definitely value for him. And we're probably going to be seeing, double Hecate. I like it. They're going to be able to throw down both of these Tartarian gates at the same time here. So that's going to be a really big power spike for the Uranus team. But Happy Smile has got the town center advantage right now. And I'm thinking that it may be worthwhile to all in this location here. Try and get this town center back. Get out Arcus Destroyers. Stop building, or maybe even just pure. You could just go pure infantry here. Destroyers, Murmillo. Get out heavy and champion infantry and just try and take this down. But it's looking like Happy Smile is just happy to just spam these Migdols out. And Solomon, unfortunately, a little bit of lag in this game. But we are seeing the Destroyers pumping out. And we have got medium infantry coming through. So we'll see what happens there. The Frost Giants are out and all of the good stuff happening over there. Whoop, Villager's going to see this rogue Gaia units over here. We just see teammate OP has not gotten out his channels just yet. You can get channels out from somewhere. Channels? 20% extra movement speed on his villagers is really big. But without it, these villagers are actually going to die here. But Solomon goes through Heke, and my teammate OP goes through Heke. He's going to be looking for someone to go. Hopefully they just like make a double use it on one person. Just to keep pushing him behind. And there we go. One Titan Gate coming down into KnorrsSmile's base here. Citadel Center comes down and it cancels out the Ragnarok. Does he notice it though? He doesn't notice. Oh, there it is. Ballads coming through again. That's actually huge. I think that was at like 50% as well. And that was a really big power spike that he needed for us coming down into this, saving this town center. He's got these villagers in this town center that he can't save just yet. Mythogage for Happy Smiles coming in. All of these destroyers are ready to come in as well. Tartarangate takes out 2 Migdol strongholds. And we see a torn... Wait, have we seen a tornado? No, Hesper's Stray for Solomon 53. Now I've got all of these units taking down this Tartarangate. That's gonna be finished nice and fast. We do have a 40% Mythic Gauge through Balder, and that's gigantic. Now, the Chariot Archer's chasing around. He doesn't really have anything to take this down, so all of these mercenary are actually dying, and it's still like better than the town center dying, but it's still like a lot of gold. And his trade route, it's okay. It's nothing huge. Where's he trading from? He's trading from here. It's not a gigantic trade route. It's only like 13 camel caravans, but it is a team game, so you're getting that extra gold from going to your teammate's town center. So that's fairly big. We'll see. Hashbridge Tree now coming in yet again for my teammate OP. And this Solomon army, this Uranus army, all of the champion units now coming in. And my teammate OP, he's making his way in. There was a Chaos used onto this Avenger, but now we've got Balder for KnorrsBR. And he's going to be using that one instantly. And this is a huge play or a huge power swing now for the Odin player. He's got a 291 pop Ragnarok with quite a bit of gold in the bag. He may actually have to use some of that gold on trade in order to get himself some food to build villages back up. But 291 pop, and we'll see if he can get back this town center. What is huge right now, picking off the Tartarangate as well, is that Happy Smile. He's going to have a gigantic economy right now. You can see he's going to be able to feed KnorrsBR back into the game. So these Ragnaroks here in team games, you can kind of get away with them, because if you do enough damage, which you're probably going to do, your teammate can just feed you back in once it peters out, and you're back into the game your economy's back into the game in like 3 minutes while sitting on 3 town centers. I'm trying to push through this location. The champion arc is sitting here. Watchtower's going up. We've only got masons, no architects. Is it on the way? We don't have architects coming in for anyone. And we've got the Rag Heroes coming in for this town center as well. Being chased down though by my teammate OP, and I think they may be enough to actually fight this off. This armor here is only, it doesn't have hack armor, only copper hack armor. And guy is, okay, you'd think the guy would bound to have like ridiculous armor upgrades because of her economy, but she's been hit so hard that it doesn't matter that much. But Happy Smile and Happy Smile and KnorrsBR pushing through right now. Do take this location. There's still a gold mine over here for Solomon, and he does have some really strong units here to hold on. So these guys just need to peter out this Ragnarok and then see if we can hold in the late game. But we still haven't got Bonebow. We've got segment with no Bonebow. Makes me very sad. Rag Heroes have been killed, did not manage to take this town center at all, but he has found this gold mine, so he's going to be able to hit that one. There's a couple of Fanatics over here though, and I think the Fanatics, they'd roughly go 1-for-1 against these heroes. I'm pretty sure they do 100% bonus damage, so I probably actually win this fight with 4 of them versus the 6 Rag Heroes. So that'll be fine there, but Town Center does go down right there for Solomon 53, as Happy Smile is just helping pick off all these units while the Rag Heroes are doing work. He has fallen below population right now, but he will be able to rebuild. And teammate OP and Solomon, my Solomon OP, does tap out. GG. First game goes to the team KnorrsSmile with KnorrsBR and Happy Smile there. So Well played by them. Really nice Scarab Rush utilizing the raw economy there. Following that up with map control and all the other things that happened there. Thought that the Atlantean team had a really good shot there with the double Hecate, but it just did not slow them down enough. So GG, well played. We'll move on to game number 2 very shortly. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll get the next game going soon.